today against Allen. I've got to play a lot better. But these are the sort of games you've got to relish, and I'm looking forward to coming out.
Well, I've never lost to Keith, and I ain't going to start now, but I think I said that yesterday. By the end of the day, it's a longer format, it suits me, so I'm quite happy with that.
If I play my top game, I played Richie Burnett in the World Championships last year. He had 100 average and I beat him. And tonight, I'd have to play really well, and that's what I should do. I've come here to win. I ain't come here to lose.
Maybe a little bit of needle there. Wazzy was pretty confident.
There's no needle there. It's all over that game. There'd be no problems. Alan to get up there, to get in front of him, and he'd bury him. And it's end of story. I mean, Alan's going to use 3 darts. Don't forget, he beat Rod with only 1 or 2, didn't he?
So Wazzy all the way for you, yeah?
Rod's no problems. No problems at all.
Okay, well, the crowd are ready. I'm sure you are at home as well. Look at that, 2,000. The Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Summertime is the dart. Let's get it on. Here's Phil Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Winter Gardens Theatre here in Blackpool as we conclude the second round matches of the Stan James World Matchplay Darts Championship. Introducing from Ipswich, former world champion, Keith Della! Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning World Grand Prix champion, the world ranked number 2, the Iceman, Alan Warriner!
Pirouette when he gets onto the main stage there, the Iceman. Alan Warriner hasn't fired since he won in Ireland back in October. Runner-up here in 97 and 2000 as well. 11-9 over Les Fitton last time out. Will the Iceman keep his cool, or will Della cause an upset? First time in 4 years that he's through to the second round. To take you through this one, Sid Waddell and Dave Lanning.
Will Wazza be a whizzer, or will Della be the fella? That's the question here, start of our evening session. And you can see what Warriner has been doing in this tournament. Not a high dart average, 79. He's got about another 20 points in his bin above that, Sid Waddell. And Keith Della didn't have a particularly impressive opening match, as we'll see from his crawler.
That's right. Della famously 100-1 outsider, took the Embassy title, and 83 against Bristow. Eric doesn't like remembering that one. Did for Harrington with a 76 average. We'll see higher averages here, I think. And one thing to keep in mind, generally amongst the Whiteheads that I spend a lot of my time with here in Blackpool, not with Bristow and curry houses. The thing is that Warriner sometimes, I think, a bad chaser of a game. So if he's hit early by KD, who knows, it's a race to 13 legs.
Della has had a special training routine, practice routine. He felt his darts were dropping short of under the treble 20 mark, so he's been practicing since he brought the hockey back about an inch, 2 inches. He's been throwing from further back, and the theory is now he's back at 7'9 1/4. He will get better elevation and better carry.
Well, he does actually do less flighting of the dart than a lot. The likes of Priestley said flight the dart more. And there's Mrs. Warriner having a little tip before the action, I do believe. She'll be more animated as we go on, Kim. The protocol, the niceties. And here we go for a place in the last 8. KD, as I say, he just sort of pushes the dart through the board. As we said, Rod Harrington lost 30 darts, either bounce out of flock or wire. Warriner, yeah.
Same format.
Fitton gave him trouble early doors, then fitted.
Same format, best of 25 legs, as match play format, and first to 13, 501 of course is the journey, and they must finish on a double, and you must subtract their totals.
Nothing wrong with this range so far.
140.
Well, you can see Deller's release, and he was worried about them just dropping a little low, but so far his training strategy seems to be working. It's very early doors, of course.
90.
Yes, there was a big ribble winner on Ireland last October once Painter, the brilliant young Painter, dumped Taylor out in the opening round. And then people like Warriner went around walking a foot taller. Taylor's still in this.
60.
Deller with his famous chalked barrels there. They're only a 16-gram target dart, but you can see already the chalk deposits around the 20 segment.
96.
Good cover. It's for a place in the last 8. And there go what Div Clark said. It's almost Phyllis night tonight. Anderson will play Askew next. That'll be a cracker. Askew went up with 106 average, first 5 legs.
85.
And John Part, 94 world champion, takes on Lazarenko. Oldies and goodies in a cornucopia of action here tonight on Sky.
Well, this is better from Warriner.
125.
18 places between them in the rankings, but Deller in with a line for the first leg, 116 his target. Now he's still a possibility, needs the treble.
Yes, was then.
60.
Look at the 61st. Again, a packed house here.
145.
Very nice. Deller on a 2 dart there. 2 places count.
85.
56 for Deller. 16 surely will be the first dart. Yes, now double top.
Needs to avoid the barrel. Does clear into the bed. He's been doing that special practice towards his behind the hockey. It's paid off.
Game on.
Well, Keith is one of the players who does think about the game and talks a fair bit about it as well. bless him. But he just doesn't go up there and throw. He tries to work on his game all the time. And in fairness to Keith, so many people were prepared to write him off, but the boy has worked and worked and worked at his game, and here he is. He's still in the very top flight. He's bidding for a quarter-final place. He's been a semi-finalist in the World Championship. He really does deserve an accolade for sheer guts and hard work.
And credit to his mum, who used to stand with a board behind the kitchen door, with the chip pan in one hand and the arrows in the other. Wrist to 13 legs. See, didn't have much flighting to do, Keith. He pitches the point. The theory of throwing bullet darts, or in a much more flighty thing. Dart back in the hand for Max.
Warriner quickly finding his range too. He's on a checkout after 9 darts, so a 12 dart potential kill here for the Iceman.
18's good in here.
98.
The tractor boy might answer that, my dear. War, war. He's got to watch the flight here. It could take the angle wrong. Yeah, that Awkward marker given where the flight was there then for a level game. Tops he wants.
Not
2:15s. The Iceman stays cool. That's a good barrel shot chance here.
25.
just as well. Della's a long way back. Warriner didn't have a particularly happy game against Les Fitton. His checkouts were only 29%.
Yep.
He missed a lot of doubles.
125. Alan, you require 15.
Yeah, Les in that tried to use his brain instead of a brawn. Failed. 2 fours. Double game one piece.
Alan Warriner.
It's Warriner's winning dart. Look at it from his eye view there, and he'll be well pleased that he's on terms. And Della didn't have a very auspicious second leg at all.
Now, next time Della comes to the hockey, watch the synchronization between the wrist and the shoulder. If he gets that wrong, he's in trouble. He starts missing. And as you see, Waz's darts coming in, sweet and true.
100.
Put your barrel. See, watch. Keith's got this action. The wrist and the shoulder have got to be in sync, because he does rise. You see, the book says you shouldn't lift your chin that 2 inches as you let go.
60.
If he gets that minutely out of true, they don't go in. But this bloke looking pretty vicious already.
And he's gained the darts here in the third leg. Della can't afford to allow him to settle in and get into a winning lead here. Got to hang on in, and he had to throw here in this session, remember.
See, I suggested he's not got the stance right. The stance is out of sync, whereas you see Warriner's stance. There is no dip at all. It's only the arm that moves. Hence, less can go wrong with the flight path.
100.
Della has won 7 matches here in Blackpool over the years and lost 8. Not a particularly good record, actually. Overall, he's 41st in the averages, and that really is a surprise, because he's a far better player than that. Difficult to imagine there's 40 better players than him. Warriner overall is 6 in 9 world match plays. Yep. He's one of the few players that's won more matches than he's lost here. He's won 16 and lost 8.
Thanks to Della's choke, the 60 looks like a scene from Dr. Zhivago. That's a good adjustment. He's going to need plenty of that adjustment shot. Good dart.
123. Alan, you require 130.
Well, it's going to be a tight call here. Well, Warriner 130.
Ominous, how regularly hits the... Ooh, 2-8 for a cracker.
170.
Ominous for Della, though. Was his first dart going into the 60. The umpire missed the double 8 by. 60, Sandy. Middle of the bed, 219s to go ahead.
Up to date.
214s.
84. Alan, you require 16.
He wanted double 19 there. Chose
no
not
time
to go
these
for
two.
it.
Oh, that's an awkward lie. He's only half the bed. Well, now the target's down to a quarter. Can still squeeze it in. Well, where is... Well,
we saw...
I've seen site engineers walk less distance than he's working this one out. Same as the Colin Lloyd. Oh! Brill! Lloyd did that on double 2. He does it on double 8. Walk the hockey. Brilliant shot. It had to put a foot in the distance. Who cares if they go in?
But it takes the leg against the darts, and again it was in just the same day we've had 2 absolutely eye-catching examples of realigning the geometry and getting it dead right from Colin Lloyd and now from Wazza.
You've got to be brave to do that. You can't look at it right. Charlie. As I say, his adjustment's going to be crucial here. He can't go leaving them high or low on the 60.
140.
Warriner, it's ominous, but his first darts finding the meat early. Early doors, he's finding that 60. Lovely dart.
100.
Early signs that this could be Della chasing the game from the first 4 legs.
He'll be looking to break back here, but got to hit the trebles.
Super adjustment.
81.
Warriner, sponsored by the Horse and Farrier, a local pub up his way in Lancaster, and I'll be packed around the set there this evening, I've no doubt.
60.
The adjustment is not going right around the 60 for Della. Has to get real precise now to go around that one.
60.
They're both in the range finding doldrums at the moment.
55. Alan, you require
160 for Warriner. Now another treble 20 would make life very tasty. Double top.
Tops for a pulverizer.
120.
And the simple answer is not anywhere near enough. But Della wants 147, which he cannot check out.
Treble 17's handy.
97.
A 3-1.
You require 40.
Warriner. Settling.
Double top. 2 10s. Chance of sliding it in off the barrel. Oh, it slid out off the barrel.
So it's 3 legs on the turn that Warriner's missed. Starts at double, and Della has got to take these chances.
2 16s for a level game, 2 apiece. 2 8s.
Straight back from Keith Della.
Both averaging around about 84. Both having trouble. Warriner a little bit better on the range to the 60.
It's Warriner's finishing, which will be causing him just a little bit of the hippie shakes. He's down at 16% check out success rate, and that's nowhere near good enough.
100.
He's missed with 6, 10 darts in the last 3 legs.
Well, he's gone off the boil as well. I had him down as the more accurate on the 60 shooting.
Well, that's absolutely a perfect dart from Della. Perfect range, perfect flight.
Yeah, top of the bed's handy for him because they're such short darts and they're not that thick. So a reverse stacker is what Della likes, dart in the top of the bed.
43.
Or is it going right off the boil? And he's not a good chaser. I've got to be very cruel. I didn't think chasing the games were in his strongest point. Ominous that Della's finding. Top of the bed.
85.
That first dart, he's getting dead right now. And maybe that training routine has just worked for him here.
Oh, bad adjustment by his standards. Oh, bag of nails. And he is... Well, great chance for Della then. Now his first dart's finding the 60 to get the 3-2.
70.
Keith down at 106 now to win the first session with the throw.
100.
Match play format, remember, first to 13, though they must win by 2 clear legs. 106 now. 18s will be the target. Oof, 82. Come for the ball for 32.
25.
Just as well that Warriner is a long way back, otherwise Della would have been worried about those 3 darts.
Oh, good time to clatter back. Oh yes! Massive pressure on Della to get this 2-darter then.
Well, I did say that Della wouldn't be too concerned, but he is now. Got to get 81.
12. Bully once.
56.
Right then. Brilliant 180 by Wazza. Could sneak in. Pinch the leg now.
Haul him right back into contention. Warriner now looking at double top, and that's it, and that's a much better finish from Alan Warriner. And that 180, just when we thought he was going to be blown away, he pulled out a real party piece and takes the leg and wins that session. He has a break, so will we.
Just Perry Como as magic moments. We get them all the time here at Blackpool at the World Match Play. Alan Warner's got a problem. He wants to hit double 8 to win this leg, but he's got through a forest of flights to get it. Set him up just in the mood to take a 3-2 lead.
Even Cupid didn't fire sweeter arrows than that.
6th leg, Alan to
He's in front.
Game on.
And he's a better player when he's in front. But as Dave's pointed out, Keith Della has been practicing a couple inches behind the hockey to make sure his dart flies through the board. Will cool the fella down with lots of ice. We shall see. Race to 13 legs, Della in play.
100.
But there you see there, Sid, those 3 darts of Della's were all below the treble segment.
Yeah.
That one wasn't. That's an absolutely superb first dart.
100.
Third place in the last 8.
Right in the centre of the target. Yes, Keith just shaking his head. I think he's beginning to feel that still far too many of his darts are dropping below the treble segment. That was what was concerning him against Harrington. He's working on that point. It seemed early doors, that he might just have overcome it. But now just a tendency to slip back.
And it's also tied up with his dip, the shoulder. This is the way he raises his chin and he dips his shoulder. So you will have to thrutch. And that's what used to cost Jockey Wilson lots of points. That lack of cohesion between the head, the arm and the solar plexus region. Just watch this.
95.
If he doesn't get this arm movement in sync, he misses by miles. So there again, the drop dart too short. Good adjustment that time there.
105. Alan, you require 130.
130. Della's on the top shot, 170. Haven't seen that this week.
58.
Although
Keith, you require
Phil Taylor did it and it
170.
dropped out.
Lost the line at a bad time. Was to step in here to make it 4-2.
Alan, you require
Warriner on 72. A variety of possibilities for him. Went for treble 12.
20. Tops for 4-2.
That really is more impressive finishing from the man from Lancaster.
Well, I think the key thing at the moment is Dave's picked up. Della has been practicing to not land the dart short. And in doing that, it can affect the synchronicity between the lower arm
43.
and the fact that he does take his chin up about 6 inches as he lets the dart go. Whereas Warriner is a much less can go wrong with this arm shoulder work. More can go wrong with the Della style.
That's a better throw from Della.
100.
But the adjustment bad. When you get it right, the other two end up in the bed as well. You see Warriner, thinner darts, a more fluid style.
100.
Lovely last darts. The mecca of us darts fans. It's bingo every night here for us.
54.
Yes, as Blackpool swings, there's a big band swing festival, there's legends, there's Elvis Presley lookalikes.
Lovely cover.
It's a swinging time, but you don't get a
Can't wait to tell the lads and lasses back how my grand it is here. There's the short one again. Short as a carrot.
60.
I think that half of Della's mind is back on that practice board you're on about, Dave. Whereas Warriner is sticking to professional business only on the 60.
100.
Lovely time to leave a 2-darter with opponent back in the forest. No, he hasn't got this balance right.
60.
Two things, he's landed it short, also he's not coordinating arm with shoulder.
And look at Warriner, there isn't a more graceful thrower than Alan Warriner when he's really on his game.
40.
Had the cushion of knowing that Della couldn't go out with the 3. Oh.
Yes, and the body language is beginning to tell a story for Della.
78.
Sagging Della.
Alan, you require
Busted
40.
sweeps brush. tops.
Warriner
5-2.
Polished his finishing. Finishing polish.
Game on.
Could be all over fairly soon. Could be a rout, because I feel that time spent on the practice board adjusting the distance of the thrower to make sure it went through the board could well have put in complexity in Della's mind in what is essentially a simple game.
Warriner's won the last 3 legs. It was 2-2. Della, in fact, was in front first leg. But it's 3 on the spin. It's been a good session, this one, for Alan Warriner.
Unlucky with that cover shot.
98.
One of Alan's best moments in Ireland last October. Beat Roland Shelton in the final in Ireland. The World Grand Prix. Taylor haven't gone out in the first round. But the shadow of Taylor still dominating this proceedings. Lovely adjustment to the 60.
100.
Dart just pirouetting into the target. It's dartistry.
60.
Darting by numbers when they get it right. Arithmetical ballistics. And you're dead right, kidder, he won't melt. Especially when that nose is in front. And his opponent has got trouble with technique.
Well, they're only averaging in the 80s. Della's only just up over 80.84, Warriner 85. So although they've improved on their first round performances, they're still about 10 points below their best, at least.
65.
You expect these guys to be up around the 100 mark, Sid.
That's right.
And
But I think what Warriner might do is kick in a fast couple of legs. Because sometimes fastness means confidence, or confidence means fastness. Sometimes to just rush the dance a bit helps.
Keith, you require 136.
136 for Della. That's a lot of room there to the left. Yes.
On the wire!
120.
Well, we'll just have a look to see how close that one was, and it was very close and unlucky for Della. A really good effort.
60. Just dip down with the chance of the 3 dart shot. Right, KD then.
130.
Peg one back.
Keith, you require 16.
Cannon and ball fan in. 2 hits for Della. Ooh, this is awkward. The barrel can be a friend of foe. Over adjusted, 2 4s. Yes, snuck it in.
Keith Della. 9 flag. Keith to throw first.
Well, Della took that one against the throw. He'll be encouraged because the game was beginning to slip away from his grasp.
Yeah. Absolutely right, Dave.
100.
Warriner devastating on his night. Flawless technique quite often.
121.
Total opposite story with Della, who's been tinkering with technique up till minutes before the bully off here.
Well, that's stinkering with technique with that first dart.
41.
And that's almost frustration. Well, it is frustration, the last dart. There's the 13 legs for place in the last 8. Already in that last 8. Ha Taylor.
55.
Already in that last 8. Mason. Baxter, John Lowe. And Colin Lloyd.
Who awaits the winner
59.
of this match, Colin Lloyd. He'll be watching with interest.
Well, he hasn't got consistency of adjustment. Well, he seems to have left all the adjustments that were working on the practice board, KD.
98.
Certainly spreading a bit of powder around there, doesn't it? On the 20s, you can see.
Good cover, treble 18.
128. Keith, you require 164.
164. At odds with himself, Deller. You can see that with the
82.
the negative look
Alan, you require
about
50.
his body language, and Warriner's just got to kick on here. Double tops
6-3.
Game champion 90.
Yeah, you see that oozing into class is typical Warriner play.
Game on.
Fidgeting, fratcheting.
In the first 3 legs, Warriner had 10 darts at a double and missed. In the last 4 he's only missed with 1.
42.
Well, they always say if you can win one playing bad, you're going to come good next time. He's gone along an 85 average, Warriner. And Della is not making him play any better.
140.
So and he now is in that zone whereby he knows he's only got to hold his own throw to win this.
135.
Well, he just might. No, is he going to change direction? Yes, he is. I think you found it right from that first dart.
Yep. So once again, Della chasing the leg.
100.
Successfully. He's first.
And he needed it terribly badly.
.54's handy. Oh, magic dots!
174. Keith, you require 85.
He was trying for treble 15, went to 20. 2 5s. Oh!
Super shot from Deller, really under some pressure there, and Keith Deller pulled it out and acknowledges the crowd. You can see what that meant to him. What will it mean to the match? We'll see as it unfolds in a moment or two. Goldies, Cliff Lazarenko, Bob Anderson. They may have reached a ripe old age in darting experience, but that's what they are, ripe and ready still for some juicy jousting.
They'll be popping up afterwards. Anderson will play Dave Askew, Brilliant Star, Diamond Dave, and John Part will take on Cliff in the clash of the darting generations here in Blackpool. Meanwhile, 1983 world champion. Remember the night he beat Bristow when Bristow wouldn't have a crack.
100.
Eric just like remembering then.
Well, Deller just saved that 10th leg to make it 6-4. That is such a difference. He's got the throw in this session. If he can just break, he's only one break away now. If he can break Warriner, Deller melt him down. Well, that's his initial aim, but he's got a bit of work to rein him in now.
That's right.
59.
Whether in a style, I suggest, is less fault prone.
100.
Dallas has been working on his style and the actual weight of the throw, which was so significant in that match the other night where Harrington had 30 darts in the deck. It had a lot to do with the weight of the throw. Dallas throws right through the board now, but he's not happy. Not happy with the way he's not getting the first dart in the 60. And very ominous of Warriner can keep up this standard of darts.
140.
For hair-raising customers in this evening.
That's the great adjustment he's after.
140. Alan, you require 161.
What's the ball now? 161 finish.
136.
Playing with a bit of swagger.
You require 157.
You can see.
His fez is familiar.
Mr. Big 9. 3. Composes like you should. 2 4s.
Ooh, he's taking his time. Yeah.
Our camera's giving him visual aids.
17.
Give Della a chance to come back to 6-5, and Della is still in there battling. Double top.
Double top.
Yes, and the 11th leg. Keep that. 12th leg.
There is the winning dart. You have to acknowledge Keith Della. He's a nuggety little infighter and just doesn't roll over.
Nuggety, yes, with Praline.
Only one leg in it, and he's if he can break this throw here, he's back on terms.
Give you 2 negative aspects. Warriner, it's not his best when he's chasing the game. Della has been tinkering with technique, so they're not actually 100% sure of form. And you notice the dart, actually, after leaving the hand, goes upward 5 or 6 inches. So how can they control it so well? Ask Alfred Einstein, not me. See? First movement of the dart, upward. Good adjustment to the 60. And again.
Yeah, so Warriner stretching his muscles a bit now. Della is a long way back, 118.
And you just see that adjustment bit again from that extreme close-up of what Della's trying to do. So in the actual technique of the shot, Warriner's got it 100%. 100% of Warriner. He's not worried about his technique. When he misses, it's a 16th of an inch, as you can see perfectly clearly by that extreme close-up.
The fly's eye view of darts. You get a better view with Sky than the players themselves.
Absolutely. He's got it together. Walk in on now.
Yes, you won't get a better shot of a better shot.
Exactly. Whoa, 2 16s for a Perla 102 on the wire. And suddenly burst into brilliance.
Della's crept up on the rails again, you see here, Sid, with that 180, and he wants 90.
2 16s for a level game. Oh, on the wire.
And Warriner really needs his double now, otherwise he would lose
Coming
the throw.
forward purposefully. 2 8s, 7-5. Oh, awkward. Has to split the... Oh, fire!
A real opportunity for Keith Della to draw level.
Is it ever? Double 16. Same problem, got a double 8. Across the board for 2 4s.
28.
Take those chances. Della really would have thought, I've done the hard work, I've got my chance, I've got to step in here now, and I just don't see Warriner missing this time.
Could be 2 legs deficit, 2 8s.
That may well go down as a critical leg for Della and indeed for Warriner, because the match might just pivot on that throw. Della had a chance to go level, missed it.
As Jake the Peg said, pity about that leg.
A matter of opinion.
Well, even
Yes.
the talent getting very excited.
Yes, it is you, dear. You look just like yourself.
140.
See what kicking in a hard one.
Would have been another treble.
Like Brendan Foster kicking in the 55-seconder when everybody else's guts is spilling in the 5,000 metres.
Warriner will change.
97.
Good cover. So, you see, professional darts. The luck of it not being 6-6, Warriner 7-5. And the bullion technique, as Bristow calls it. Don't give a chucker an even chance. Hit him in the guts when your luck's going with you. Pile power on top of luck.
58.
Deller was trailing 5-2. He ground his way back into this match.
59.
He looks agonised when things aren't going quite the way he envisaged.
Right, then here we go.
46. Key to require 142.
To peg back. 60. Once the bull. He just missed the treble 14, which would have left tops.
94.
Was it on 160? Needs the two treble 20s with the first two darts.
Key to require 48.
Looking to peg back to 7, 6, 2 16s.
Into the 13th bag. Keep that. 14th bag. Alan
Still only one breakaway thanks to that dart, Keith Deller.
And still both the averages below 90. 83 to Deller. 88 to was.
100.
Warriner having by far the best of the scoring phases of the game, hitting the 60 regularly with his adjusted shot.
95.
But if Deller can just keep plopping one in, who knows?
Yes, we've reached the stage of the game, Sid, haven't we, where if either player
95.
can mount a gallop, can really hit a purple patch and put together maybe 4 or 5 legs, that could make all the difference between winning and losing.
Or you hit the situation whereby just holding the run through will make all the difference. Race to 13 here for a place in the last 8 to the World Matchplay.
98.
Deller still just a bit short of the segment, readjusts just a bit high.
100.
Third one just about perfect.
But look at the arm take off it. He almost dived to throw that one in. Got to admit, Deller's brave to have tinkered with technique just before the arm.
Not often you see the fuzz it
Tommy,
does.
where's our lad? They're rocking on up there, all right.
41.
Yes, cannon
Yeah, you see again the dive that got it in the 60.
68.
3 darts ago. In that sequence of throwing, the dive missed. Much more composed thrown by Water.
36.
165.
Left the bogey number. He's thrutching here. Thrutch, a technical term. It means to
59.
thrutch sort of too much body in the arm action.
32.
And Warriner, double 16, now double 8.
2 8 for a cushion again.
16 score.
And Deller has been taking these chances as Wasser again begins to miss doubles. 106. 80.
54 he wants.
Yes, now double 16.
2 16s for level game. All right! Game on in Blackpool! The Deller fella! Not looking very Miller. Oh, it's level!
Game on.
And he really has put together a clever game here, Deller. He's not smooth, he's not fluent, but by sheer guts
Absolutely.
and digging out results,
That
stealing
dive
rates.
shot at the 60, which got in once, missed once, is not such a risky shot when it's aimed at doubles. It's a risky shot when it's part of a sequence on the scoring, but it's got him out of trouble and made it a level game.
In the 11th leg, Warriner had 2 darts to the double and lost it. In the 14th, he had 4 darts to the double and lost it. It has been Deller creeping up. He's picked his pocket time and again.
Good way of putting it. Although there shouldn't be pockets on
131.
a dartboard. That should be a blocker. Unless he can squeeze it past left or right.
60.
I will stress this. Warren has a much more flowing style, much skinnier darts, so much
55.
should be more accurate. Noah's averaging 88 to Della's 83, but Della's doing this on grit and guts.
140.
Warner will be getting concerned about this because Della's moved into a position to be able to check, admittedly on a big score.
177.
Clever.
Keith require 143.
That's let Della know that he's on his heels.
13's night.
93.
Now Della is on the finish, and so is Warner. Warner wants to have on 92. He may go another way. Yes, double 16.
22.
So that bulldog spirit by Della could go ahead, yeah.
Double 16 again for a steal.
Still
on
a
the wire.
chance, top end of the bed.
25.
Just pulled the dart.
Alan, you require
Fascinating
16.
contest this. 2 8s for Wars to go ahead. 2 4s he wants now. On the wire, still double 4.
8 score.
KD then, back line. For double 8.
First real signs that Warren is feeling the pace and frustration. Della on 25. 2 darts at double 8.
Still a chance. All the bed to aim at, above the marker.
17.
Yes, he knows again he's wasted a chance. How close was it? Ooh, half an inch.
Alan, you
Surely
require
Warner won't
8.
miss again. He's had,
Composers.
5 darts.
The World Grand Prix holder. What's 2 4s? Mile away. 2 2s. So, a couple of legs ago, all the emotion of this tension-filled match was on Della. It's now shown on both of them. Warriner leads 9-8. Back in a minute, one more. This gripper.
Sheer tenacity has kept Keith Della in this second round match. At times he's been throwing as though he's got a wasp down his trousers, but he had 4 darts and a double to go ahead there in the 15th leg. He trails 8-7, and Warriner is the man who's just beginning to show that the pace may be getting to him.
81.
Della, got to keep them thereabouts, tinkering with his style, throwing just behind the practice hockey, getting it right, he says, because Warner's style less prone to little slip-ups. Race to 13 or beyond, if you're not too clear.
Just looking at it objectively, Sid, I think before the game started, if you'd have offered Keith Della 8-7 at 15 legs, he probably would have taken that and said, look, that would put me in a position to launch an assault on the final stages of the game, and that's what he's got to do.
That's right. But the thing that might hit him is Warrener's extra, I was going to say class, I didn't mean that. What I mean is Warrener's fluency could pummel him for a couple of legs, because he's fighting with his own accuracy. Keith Della, which I suggest is better when he's diving for these shots on the doubles than diving for the second or third at the 16th.
He could be ahead, Della. He had 4 darts at a double on the 12th and missed it, and Warriner won it, and then he had another 4 on the 15th. Della could be in front here.
But echoing the paradox again, even though Warriner is ahead by 1 leg, he's only averaging 86 to Della's 83.
100.
And if Dana could steal this leg against Warriner's throw.
170.
This is just second time he's done that.
The talent of the man. He's gone
Heavily back from 150 odd.
He just can find these kind of shots, Warriner, when it counts.
Yes. That could be the fulcrum that decides the match.
Alan required 36.
2 18s. 2 9s.
Gone the other way. Taking a chance. Taking a chance. Oh, that was a gamble.
Level up then. That was a gamble. Double.
Keith could punish him. Double top.
Once. Again, not giving it enough air. Too much air.
Well, Della's had his chances here. He could be well in front. He could be 2 or 3 legs in front here. And Warriner took a big chance.
For a 2-leg lead, 2 hits. Surely can squeeze one below that one. Can he ever? Use it as a simple marker.
17.
There it is again. It went straight in the block bowl, as they say. And here's Della, and he really should have won that leg.
43.
Here's where it might be vital that Keith is struggling to land his darts absolutely full in the board. He's dipping below the 60. Warriner hasn't got that problem.
43.
I have to say, this turned out to be a much more interesting and intriguing match than many people had predicted, and that's because Della has propelled himself along on sheer courage
at
and
times
application.
He's been almost off his feet, would dive in to get a cover shot in the end of the 60.
I don't think Della's finished yet. I still think that he has a shot here.
Especially if he can keep that. So it's the synchronization between the wrist and the shoulder. Is it out? Third maximum at just the right time. And on Wazza's abilities. Sprinkle a bit of salt there on. Lovely adjustment.
140.
Brilliant 140 that. Without faith.
100.
Interesting, he's finding the range to the 60 sweetly with his first dart, Della now. I think you're dead right.
59.
118. If Della can start hitting this kind of finish, then Warriner has a problem.
Just the wrong side of the wire.
78.
Leaves double tops, but can Warriner again pulverise a 2 treble shot here to pressure him?
Just get the feeling that Warriner is beginning to feel a little on the ragged side. Double top for Della. Got to hit this one. Yes.
Ragged's a good word. Just after ragged comes Taggle. In the Gypsy O position. 9-8. Warriner still leads the number 2 seed.
78.
Gone. The desperation looks across Della's chops.
He's got to launch a charge. Della, he's just got to find another 10 points, 15 points. If he could do that, it would carry him home. Back to supporting the hall. They're loving this match. It is a very, very well balanced match.
55.
Della stuck to the task he was practicing up to the last minute, trying to make sure that the dart went through the board and didn't drop quarter of an inch short of the 60. Nothing wrong with Warriner's style. Unquestionably the more precise style.
99.
And, I think we have... Oh, it's Jamie! Oh, didn't recognise him.
58.
That was a chance for Della to put some daylight between him and remember this was Warriner's throw as well. Again, it's a tight one, and once again Warriner having to look for cover. Got to go for the ball here really. 192 remaining.
85.
140 here for Deller. Oof, would have been useful. He's got to hit a treble now. Got to hit a treble.
38.
Well, he's left himself a shot. It's a very tall order, so at least Deller was still aware
Especially
of
if once
the
I get to another
situation
max.
he's in.
Oh, lovely stuff.
130. Keith required.
Well, this would really set this match alight if he could manage it. Well, that's the first part of it. 1/3 done, 2/3 done. The
Two
bullseye.
perfect ones, Bull! All right! Righty, Deller won stubbornly to pull a game level sensation in the Winter Gardens. If that doesn't melt the Iceman, what will?
And you have to agree that that was something very special.
Shaking the joint, sweating like a donkey here. Dave Running sends something in the Deller struggle. Eyes like that of an assassin. Pulls level, now looks to go ahead.
Yes, he broke the throw there, and just how much will that really sensational piece of shooting affect the outcome of this match?
45.
What was that? The Lord Mayor of Ipswich is sure. A bag of nails. But that's the game, and Mandy has been doing this a long time.
Warriner not really taking advantage of that indifferent first score from Deller.
And Deller again showing all that trouble he's been
41.
getting the first dart either into the segment of the 60 or in an attack position for the other two. Good cover.
Well, Keith Deller, having literally hauled himself back into this match with the darts here to go ahead for the first time since the very first leg, has allowed his opponent to get into a position to dominate. That's better though.
He can work on that just like that. You see from that precise camera shot.
100.
Just down gently.
105.
Well, he's done it again. He's done it again. Well, history surely, Sid, can't possibly repeat itself
Well,
with a
Warriner,
maximum shot in two successive legs.
Warriner shows, I think his eyes sure that he knows that surely can't do this again. And if you start worried about the other man,
170.
Yes.
I don't believe this. Just on the wire, another crack at the ball.
105.
Quite an astonishing sequence of play here.
Is it ever? For a game where Blood's averaging 86 to the other guy's 84, it's a tremendous turn.
Once again,
Stop the averages, let's have the sport.
Deller's in a situation to steal this one. Double top.
Needs to drop half an inch. Too much.
45.
Again, Deller's had a chance, and that really hurt him, and Warner's got a check.
2 10s. Marker darts, could have moved in. Mile away by his standards, did not use the marker, nowhere near the middle of the bed.
You require 20.
To go ahead. 10-9, 2 10s. KD! Caught by his roll, the chip band behind the door in Ipswich.
Allen to Roper. Game on.
Ahead!
He was trailing 6-3, and just by grinding away, grind, and that's quite effervescent. Maximum 170, the top shot.
140.
And he's got that adjustment dead right that time. The foul that practice from 2 inches behind the hockey to make sure they went through the board and left in attack positions on the 60. If that starts flowing naturally, Warriner's in deep bother.
And this is an important leg for Warriner. If Della could steal this one again, then he would have darts in the 21st. So Warriner, who at some stages seemed to be in control of this match, has really got a battle on now.
134. For a review, and we're both in the field, as I said. I've never lost to Della, and I don't intend to today. But look at this for a bloke who's been practicing his adjustments. Oh, the Aberconian is the equation. Triumphalism. Those darts justify it. The self-belief is coming through Della. Dart per dart.
And 121, if he could do this again, it would really hurt Warriner.
20.
86.
First dart. Just below.
Alan, you require 90.
For a level game then. 2 15s to was. Level out. Level game and a bit of triumphalism from Al. They're both averaging 85. The towels come out, but it won't be tossed in by either of these two. Level game here. 10 apiece in the Winter Gardens, but it is not cool. You never believed that Keith Dell had been tinkering with his attack on the 60 till just before the throw-off here as he sunk this magic 170. He was a bit chuffed. So much so it even impressed his opponent, Alan Warriner. And they touched fists on it. Spirit of dart sport strong. Flavour of dart sport excellent here. 10-10. Yes. Him bubbling up.
And it's been application, concentration, and moments of sheer inspiration that have got Keith Della into this situation. And now he has the darts here. 10 apiece. Must be won by 2 clear, and Della has the darts here in this session.
The 1983 World Champion. I was there. His horse was screaming about him and Bristow in a great match.
60.
Took with a 1-3. Historic match. And here he is, rooking it out with the number 2 seed for this match play, Alan Warriner.
81.
And in truth, Sid Della's had, I think, 3 legs. He should have won. He's had doubles to win. He could be home and dry by now.
100.
Well, if he wins this one, he won't be home from Cloud 9 till about 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
100.
Well, I just watched this one. You see, yes, it was aimed and headed for the treble until it collided with the first dart and just deflected.
Oh, but hey, ominous for was it? With all that thrutching and diving at the bed seems over for Della at the moment. First time there's been fluency in his attack on 60. Ominous for was it?
They're matching the big shots. The heavy artillery is booming now.
85.
And at a finish, Warriner could do with ton 40 here.
And you think he ought to really get one big treble, but he's blocking his chances of getting it.
100.
Lovely last dart.
Change to require 160.
Single 16. Double top to go ahead.
96.
Yes, again, he's had a chance here. And if Warriner should move in and steal this leg, and he's got every chance now.
2 10s. Double 5 to go ahead.
70.
Got a hit.
Change to require 20.
Sometimes you try just a smooth run, it doesn't work. Sometimes you dive at it like Della's been doing, and it works. One more chance.
10 score.
Could be fatal. Could be fatal.
Alan, you require 10.
Absolutely sweltering with tension. 2 5s. 2 darts left. With the bed, who was it?
And that really could be a fatal mistake from Della. 4 darts in the double there with his throw. having played quite superbly down through the scores, and now Warriner with the throw here to take him 2 in front, and he just have to hold on to that.
And over 2,000 dart-stuffed souls. Make that 2002, including the commentary box team. Loving every minute of this, and countdown.
140.
In the last 8. The World Matchplay. Oh, snatching at it. See, too much wrist. Hand coming over. Shoulder out of sync. Forcing the last one though. See, how can you throw a consistent dart? Well, that's been throughout. Stylistic problems for Della that he's quite aware of. But he's still in this position, only trailing by 1.
Warriner still has daylight.
It's very reminiscent of the way jockey used to throw the darts, the thrutch, a lot of wrist work, dipping shoulder, whereas Warriner has sort of classic, just arm straightening, no technique problems for him.
Again, every little slip now is a nail for Della.
Comes for cover. Still a chance, treble 19.
47.
Dart spice in the audience.
Tasty stuff
65.
up there as well.
Alan, you require
Once again, he's left 70. Is that, well, I'm sure he went for it. Might not be necessary. 71.
13's very handy.
What a shot this would be.
105.
What a shot this would be. He's already done one.
You require 170.
On the wire. In the red bits.
105.
So it did the thrutch.
Alan, you require 16.
2 weights then to go 1 leg away from the match. Three darts clear of each other on the wire.
Keith, you require 65.
And as Della had 4 darts at a double in the last leg, so Warriner's had 4 here.
2 4s.
61.
Can't do that, Keith. That's again another chance to win a
Alan,
leg.
you require 16.
And
Over
every time
2,000 people in this hall. Gulping. PS on every dart. Yet again, here you go. He's given us also. He's gone 2 feet along the hockey to come in from another angle. Adjusts back his first position. Looking at 2 4s.
he's almost on his knees as well. He might be.
What a match.
7 darts and a double. Della
Keith, you
now.
require 4.
Surely. For a level game. Double 2. Madhouse.
What a way at this stage of the game to take a leg. Double 1, but they're all important. And Keith Della will swap that double 1 for any double on the board right now.
Game on.
Both averaging 84 as Della drools with the excitement and the tension.
140.
Finding the right time to find the right range on the 60. You've got to go to clear. 13 can win you it. Not far away now. Lost the line a bit.
85.
Wow, 11-11. Della with the darts here.
64.
Not quite the adjustment.
60.
We saw quite clearly that extra effort with the third dart, which he has actually throughout tried
100.
desperately to get consistency in the lie around the 60.
Well, just having a quick count back here, Sid, and by my reckoning, Warriner's missed 43 darts at doubles.
Well, Says I don't know. But we've got a level game in 11-11. Udella has a great chance of making that 12-11 and striking for the match. Wasa's got other ideas.
156. We'll be beckoning for him. It is now. Another treble he needs.
.159 shot.
He can't finish here on 159, so Della will be back for 76. Got to stay down.
Oh.
81.
Wrong pad.
Cage requires 76.
116 and tops.
Oh, this is
Go one leg away from it.
56.
Keeps doing that, Della. Just can't take out these shots, but it was close, and now Warriner on 78. 20 for tops.
Back 20. Tops. On the way.
Cage requires 20.
Double
On
10.
the edge of their tenterhooks. Oh, 2 5s now for Della to go.
That was he had to keep it high. Had to keep that second dart high, and he's let Warriner back in yet again. What a match this is turning out to be.
Say that again, David. What a match. Tops. 2 10s for Warriner to go one leg away from the match. Here we go again, 2 5s.
Incredible. It really just is swinging one way or the other, and nobody could really call this now. Della.
Cage required 20.
Well, that's attention for you if you've got to pull the darts. 2 10s to go one leg away from the match. Needs to adjust left to right half an inch. Too much adjustment. 2 5s.
And the tension and emotion in this terrific hall is so tangible. It's just power charged.
And talking about power charge, Della had stylistic problems, length of the throw, work in practice. It looked for the first 10 legs he hadn't brought that practice to the board. He left his juice on the beach, left the game in the practice room. Knows a bit of it. He's going here for the match. Right, body nails. Ton plus in place, infested with fans.
Destiny is in his own hands now, Della. He's grind away, he's clawed away, he's hauled back. You remember he was 6-3 down, and by sheer tenacity, he's got back into this game. And now, if he can just produce the goods. He's never beaten Alan Warriner, but he'll never surely get a better chance than this on a famous stage.
And those 60 shots that were loaded him in the first 10 legs are flying in now. Warriner's face showing the pressure.
59.
And Della has
the darts.
stolen the darts here. 182, ton 40.
Finding that 60 at the end of the game, is he ever? He scored a 170 earlier to stay in the game, and here he is now looking at victory, Della. Warriner has to hit another big treble to pressure it.
Keith Della, double 16 for a famous victory, and there it is. You will never see a gutsier performance. Della has defied the odds. He's beaten Warriner for the first time, and once again, Sydney, we have witnessed a classic.
Absolutely. Number 2 seed Warriner is out.